See, yesterday I showed you with BAP connection. Then I said you can also connect your BODS and consume that source database directly. Because here, this was with the database connection. So you can specify the your not cubics. It was a different BODS. HANA was my connection name. You can give it straight away like this. If you remember yesterday. We create this, one was with BAP connection normal, we never specified any data store. But if you see this next one with DB connection, we specified the data store connection here. Yes or no? If you say change, we specified if you specify a data store, see in BODS data store means what? It's a source system connection. If I specify the connection here, the server name is given. We specified one connection here. Then when in this case I can consume the tables of that data store directly here. If I say create data source, previously what you should in case of BAP, you specify some fields and then activate, then can use that as source object. This flexible is only for BODS, not for other systems. Your extraction tab here you can specify the table name. Actually our table name should be my table was from BW BODS. Dot, what is the table name I wanted? Case sensitive would sorry. It's all tested too. Straight away I'm referring to some table here. And normally like in the flat file, how do you give flat file and say propose? At a table I can say propose here straight away. Habba, what's in the last right. So I don't have to give connection, straight away just give the schema name dot table name and say propose fields and activate. Right, activate. That's it. So in the previous case I was actually specifying fields and using the data source of it, but now what is happening? Since I create my BODS connection with reference to certain data store, whatever the tables which are imported here can be consumed directly in this data source there. And then straight away I just have to create my info package. Did I create any job, data flow, nothing? This is the flexibility you will have only for BODS. So you can have BODS, if you connect that with the external system with BAP, means you're going to have a data flow, job, everything configured and you're going to trigger the jobs. But if you have a data store which is connecting to a database, and I can leverage my BODS connection to refer to the data store connection and consume all the tables of the data store directly in BW. Okay, extraction third party. See, I have never given, it's automatically formatting my job or everything. I am not giving anything here. Did I create any job in BODS? Source data, nothing is done. Okay, and I'm just scheduling it. Two ways. See, if it is any ETL tool, Informatica, BODS, data stage, anything, they can be connected only with BAP. If it is BODS, you have two options. You can connect BODS with BAP, where if you connect with BAP in the BODS, you need to take the source table, your data source as a target, then do the mapping, then give job name, all those to run. If you connect that, if you can also leverage BODS to connect to the data store directly. The second way. Now, when you set data store directly in the data source, you can refer to the table name and then start reading from there. Table based means the data fields form a proposal, and I'm straight away running. Automatically, the job name, everything is created. I never format any data. See, 4 records are extracted. This is another way of confusion. You got this? So, say for example, I get into HANA database. In our BODS, BODS, let me create one more table. Okay. I can create new connection if required. Create column table. BW BODS is my schema name, and my table name is what, test3 as about the same test2 data, so it creates one more.
Double quotes missing. Test 2.
So I have one more table called what? Test3. Okay. So what I will do first now, I'll go to BODS in the data. First, let me assume there is no connection also. Let me create one new connection. I'm creating a new connection is what we refer to here as what? Data store. So I'm getting into data store tabs, creating a new data store. Or I will say cubex db h BODS. Means I would like to use this BODS for, I'm leveraging BODS but I'm connecting HANA as a DB connect stuff. Okay. It's a database. Which one? HANA, unpoint.x, SAP VS, port is same. HANA. Apply. My connection is fine. So now what I would like to import the table. Okay. Import by name. Test3 BW BODS. Okay. Even I don't want to create any flow. You could data store on a table directly. I need to consume that in the data source level. If it is BODS, you can consume it that way. For each data store, like say, I can create one connection bus. Now data service, I can right click, say what? వస్తున్నారన్నా ఒక్క నిమిషం అడ్రస్ చెప్పండి ఇన్వర్టర్ saying DB HANA BODS means what I'm doing, I'm connecting to the database HANA through BODS. Directly I'm reading tables from HANA database through BODS. Connection to HANA through BODS. Previously I was created a BAPI connection which I can use any data store connection, but I'm creating a BODS connection explicitly to use one data store connection which is already there. And remember we gave what? PG001 on a server name. BW74 HANA. So connection is done. Save back. Repository HANA. Job server is also HANA. So just give ikkada. Here in the BAPI case, I left this blank. So then I can create my data flows in BODS and consume anything, and which will be pushing data to my PSA. But here I'm saying I want this connection explicitly for this data. Which one? Cubex DS HANA. Idana? So DB H HANA. So now I can create my data sources straight away on the table which is imported of this. Okay. Connection to HANA through BODS. Right click, say what? Create data source tree. Right click, say create data source. Z HANA underscore test3.
All the versions support is only 7.3.
7.3 nunchi we have this. Only from 7.3 we have this option called data services, which can connect through BAPI or data store connection directly. Now what is table? BW BODS dot నాకు టెస్ట్ చేయాలని without importing also will it come or not? That's what. కాదు టెస్ట్ 3 ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసినాం. So no need to import also. Straight away I can consume any table from that. I don't have to import also. Any table can be consumed. So now straight away I'm giving tables. It is formulating the proposal and all this, and say what? Activate. And BODS be import కూడా అవసరం లేదు. In BODS they just have to create a data store connection, and then a connection also I can create from BW also. I'll show that. I just need to know data. So I've never given any. Did I give? See, in the extraction is specifying the table name directly from which table test extract, and job name automatically takes info package name. So I just need to have a link between. Put error kodtam. Not been imported. While modifying the repository object. డేటా సోర్స్ టెస్ట్ 3 పెట్టే బదులు ఇక్కడ ఇంపోర్ట్ చేసాం. ఇంపోర్ట్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్స్ if the table is imported, it should not fail then. So we need to have a data store and have the table imported and use the table. అంటే బేసిక్ ఏంటంటే BODS కనెక్షన్ వాడుకుంటూ స్ట్రేట్ అవే ఐమ్ రెఫరింగ్ ది టు డేటాబేస్ డైరెక్ట్లీ. దట్స్ a flexibility. But you don't have it for Informatica. Informatica all should come with BAPI only. But for BODS you have with BAPI on and flexible of consuming the data store connection of BODS directly and refer the tables from there. Okay. Okay, guys, fine. I think this should be clear now. and you created data store in BODS. You can create data store here also while creating source system here. And change attributes. Actually, కొత్త చేస్తాను db create db. BW74 HANA. Instead of saying F4, I can say what here. Look at this. I can say create. I can create a data store Z test. Database data store. It's a database data store. Select data store type using the input field. HANA లేదు. Actually, you could create it's not HANA Jupyter, but you can same how did you create data store? I can create it from here also. This is of